Fraction to decimal conversions. There's more than one way to convert fractions to decimals. And in elementary school, you talked about how to write 1/2 as 5/10. And then after you write it as 5/10, you would come to your place value positions and you would put 5 in the 10th place, and that would be your decimal. Or you memorized that 1/2 was equal to 5/10, or 50 cents, or half a dollar. So that strategy only works when our denominator is a factor of 10 or 100 or 1,000 or the other place value positions. So I'm going to focus today on a strategy that works for every single fraction, no matter how big, no matter how small, and no matter what the denominator is. So that strategy is using the fraction bar as a division symbol. So if we have 1/2, I'm going to divide, and 1 always goes inside the division house. The denominator, or not necessarily 1, but the numerator goes inside the division house. The denominator goes outside the division house. So 2 goes outside, 1 goes inside, and my decimal is to the right of the 1. And because my decimal is also to the right of the 2, it's sitting outside the division house just like I need it to be. So then I'm going to move my decimal straight up, and I need to add a 0. Now my problem is all set up. I can start my division, and I want to look at this problem as if it is 10. So how many times does 2 go into 10? And 2 times 5 is 10. So 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract. I have no remainder, and so my decimal is 5/10, just as it was previously. I'm going to do a second example like this, and I'm going to use 4/5. Again, the numerator goes inside the house. The denominator, 4/5. The numerator goes inside the house. The denominator goes outside the house. And remember, my whole number has the decimal to the right of it. So again, since my decimal is already sitting at the front of the division house, I don't need to move it. So I don't need to move this one either. I just put it straight up in my divisor. And I need to add a 0. And I'm not really adding it, I'm just making it visible. I have no value in the 10th place, so I'm just writing a 0 to represent that. So then I ask myself, 5 times what is as close as I can get to 40 without going over? And that is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. And that is my final answer.